Hello guys, we are at Circus Circus West Tower. So I'm going to show you the corridor, which is clean. It's modest, you know, but it's clean. This particular floor is quiet. Not all of them are. This is the West Tower, which is not the most budget of sections, but it's the one in the middle, because then you have a more expensive tower than this. And this room that I'm showing you is a 2-queen bedroom. I didn't want to go into the corridor because I had forgotten my key, so I didn't want to get locked out. So, where can I start? Okay, everything depends on how much you pay for it, of course. But I'm going to give you an overall review, and then I can tell you whether it's worth coming here or not. But of course, most of that will depend on how much you actually are going to pay. So, 2 queen beds. This is a West Tower room, and we actually have a so-called strip view room, but I don't think that we have the best strip view of all the angles. I think the other tower, which is the more expensive old tower, may render a better strip view room, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a connecting room. Many of the rooms were connecting, and so we didn't have a choice of non-connecting because we checked in really early. And again, we've been really lucky. The resorts that we have reviewed this time, and we're talking about June, end of May, June 2014, they all allowed us to check in early, and by early I mean about 12 noon, which is fantastic, and no additional charge. No additional charge. But there are some resorts that will charge you additionally, and I talk about that on top-buffet.com. So watch out. Don't give them an extra penny unless you absolutely have to. And I don't. So the room is clean, you know. I mean, the carpet is dark brown, and when I see this color, I'm always concerned because I don't know what it hides. But it's relatively clean. It wasn't perfect, but it's fine, it's clean. It's been obviously remodeled. If you were here at Circus Circus in the previous years, you will know that the rooms have been remodeled to a certain extent. The furniture is different, the wallpaper is different, the bathrooms are different, so the curtains are different, so it's been remodeled to a great extent. It's still a budget resort, and you can find a good deal online directly on their website, Circus Circus in Las Vegas. You have a desk, no ergonomic chair. You know what I'm like, I'm fussy. I like my ergonomic chairs. If I sit at a desk, I really want to be comfortable because I'm going to work on it, or I'm going to write or check my email, and I don't like to sit at regular chairs. But that's just me. Some of you may think I'm too fussy, which is, you're probably right. But anyway, it's an attempt of a desk, and a mirror there. You've got another large mirror here. But it's, and the other thing is that this TV, it's wall mounted, which means you can't really turn it, which is kind of a bummer. If you actually are sitting on the desk, you can't really watch TV. These are little things that might matter to me, but probably don't matter to most of you. I just thought I should tell you if you're here for business. But then again, you might not come here to the Circus Circus if you're here for business. I know that I just saw that a lot of Air Canada crew come here. I saw the sign, so they might want to have those little perks that I'm talking about. You've got an armchair and a love seat, so to speak, a small couch. You know, there's a little stain here. There's a stain. I saw another room on a lower floor. We weren't sure which one to take, and that one had no stains whatsoever. It was a really good room in that it was dedicated for people with hearing impediments, so it had some special extra features. I took a look at it. It was very clean. I think these ones, the ones with the strip view, so to speak, they are the most trafficked rooms, so bear that in mind. If you ask for a room that not everybody will ask for, you might be able to get into a newer room. Not much wear and tear. Let's go straight to the view. It's a big enough window. You've got a nice view of the mountains. This is called a strip view because basically it's a tower that overlooks straight onto the strip, but in front of Circus Circus you just have Riviera, really, and you can see it. See if I can squeeze through and show you what I'm talking about. And then you've got Wynn here, well, actually Encore and Wynn just underneath. just behind, I'm sorry. And then, I don't know if you can spot it, you have Venetian. Palazzo first and Venetian. So hardly, it's not really a view of the Strip. It's a view of North Strip. So as I was saying, you know, the Strip view is, it's modest, but you do have a view of the Strip technically. It's not probably the Strip view that you were thinking, but for that you have to go mid-Strip or South Strip, okay? So it's a view of the Strip. You might actually be able to see. No, I was thinking that you might be able to see Stratosphere or something, some parts of downtown, but you cannot. That building there, that blue building there, it's actually never been completed. It's been like this for years. Do you see the car park? That it's like a ghost town. So that's interesting, though sad per se. Let's go on to the rest of the room. The air conditioning here, it's you gotta let it on, leave it on all day long, maximum. And then you can notice a difference. I don't find the fan to be strong enough, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine. At least it's not one of those old-fashioned ones that just blow only on one section of the room, and then the rest is pretty warm. The beds, let me try them. Well, they're just, you know, what you would expect from a budget resort. They made an effort, you know, but the actual linen, it feels good, feels better quality than, you know, cheap motels. But the mattress was not the softest, though I think some of you preferring harder mattresses might be happier about that. I checked the TV. The TV has a decent number of channels, selection of channels. Some resorts have got much smaller selection of channels, and even those that are supposedly better than CIRCUS CIRCUS, although it was not HD. This thing will change, might change soon. This is June 2014, West Tower room, did not have HD channels, at least not the ones I flicked through. It was flicking through fast enough, though not super fast. So I would say average, but I'd like the selection of the channels. It was not one of the smaller selection of channels in some of those other resorts inflict upon us. Then, as I said, it's a connecting room, so you will have that door just next to the desk. Some of you wanting to be connected, say a group of friends or several families might actually prefer that. Pretty standard, your alarm clock and your telephone that does not seem to have a speaker option. Which is kind of a bummer. I do like that. Let's go to the bathroom, which was actually a relatively pleasant surprise. One thing I wanted to say to you is that at least it's not directly onto the room, and I'm talking about the front door. You know, the more the front door is completely directly onto the room, the more noise you can hear from the corridor and people speaking loudly at all times of the day and night. But this at least is a little bit of a separation, not much of it. And then here you've got a wardrobe, no actual door, but you know, with a very small number of hangers. Some of you can always request more. You phone housekeeping and request whatever you need, though I have to be honest, I'm not sure I can put more here unless I give you the regular ones. You've got one luggage rack. Golden Nugget had two. That was a pleasant surprise from Golden Nugget. As I say, you can always ask for an additional one. Just phone housekeeping and do so. There is a safe, which is in the wardrobe. It's not the smallest I've seen. The smallest was a Golden Nugget this year. But it's not big enough for a mid-sized laptop. Then the bathroom. The bathroom has clearly been remodeled. I remember what they used to have. It's not the largest, but it's nice enough. You know, you've got your coffee making facilities in the bathroom, which is kind of funny. At least you can wash them quickly. And a large mirror. It's plenty of light here at least, and nice granite or granite imitation. No, granite countertop. And now the bathtub, there's a brand new, good quality curtain, very good quality curtain. I like the fact that there are no tiles, so you don't have the opportunity of seeing that really horrible old grouting that then looks really horrible after a while. It seems to be relatively new, relatively regrouted. Although the shower pieces, I don't think they are the newest, they probably are the older ones. I'm guessing, just from the condition. But it's okay, you know, it's fine. The bathtub is small. Again, on this trip, I've seen nothing but small bathtubs, with a couple of exceptions. It's new. It looks new, at least, or perfectly clean, but it's really small. And anybody that is average height or taller will be hard pressed to actually stretch and relax taking a bath. Maybe that's not what we're supposed to do. I don't seem to see an active fan in the bathroom, which is a huge shame. I do like fans in the bathroom. There should be fans in the bathroom. There are countries where it's compulsory, obviously not in the United States, but I do find it offensive that there are no fans in the bathroom. Many of you may not care, but I really do, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So as you can see, it's been remodeled. It's a nice, tasteful wallpaper. So depending on how much you pay for this room, I think it's a good deal, and it certainly is not shockingly depressing as Circus Circus used to be in the past. In fact, it's not like that anymore. They have a very good security here. You know, if people don't behave, you know, if they behave offensively in your room, in the room next door, or they smoke and so forth when they shouldn't, they have very good security here. Maybe because there are so many children, perhaps. This is an assumption, but I think it's possibly a good one. It's quite spacious. The room is quite spacious. So this is the West Tower room, not the fancy one, but the one, say, in between. I will hopefully show you the cheapest one, at least the outside, and describe to you what the differences are, and then you can make up your mind. This one for us was just marginally more expensive, and so we opted for this one. We found a good deal through Circus Circus website, but there are websites that you can go through regularly, and you find really good deals on those, and we talk about those websites on top-buffet.com. We have a section titled Cheap Vegas Hotels, and you can read that and read all our tips and the websites that we usually use and recommend if we are not comped directly. We're not comped directly as Circus Circus because we don't gamble enough here. In fact, we don't gamble at all here. Usually you get comped at the casino where you gamble most of the time. But we discussed that on top-buffet.com, top-buffet.com. We have a section titled How to Get Comped in Vegas, which means how to get a free room or a free meal or a free show, a free everything in Las Vegas, and we discuss all of that. This is mostly for those who are not seasoned travelers of Vegas. If you are a first-timer, all our tips will hopefully be very useful to you on top-buffet.com. Seasoned travelers, it's mostly for the updates. We come here very often and we try and keep updated as much as possible and give you our perspective on what Vegas changes are all about. And then feel free to comment and give us your perspective, and you can do so through our contact page on top-buffet.com, or you can also do it through our channel here on YouTube. Okay, I hope this has been of use. See you on top-buffet.com, guys. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I wanted to add, just, hopefully giving you a useful review of the Circus Circus room in June 2014, a West Tower two-queen room. And I wanted to add a couple of things. After having actually stayed in the room for several hours, having rested on it, watched TV and used the internet and so forth, I actually wanted to say that the bedroom, and I'm whispering because it's very late, very, very, very late. I wanted to say that the beds are actually a lot more comfortable than I had originally said and preempted on the video. So they're a lot more comfortable. I was very comfortable in the beds. I wish we had been given more pillows, only 2 pillows per queen size bed. I like 3, but you can always ask for more through housekeeping. But it was very comfortable, and I enjoyed the large number of channels that they offer us, which is quite unusual for budget resorts or many other resorts for that matter. So I like that. The internet was absolutely fine, and it's included in the resort fee. And the fitness room was open until 9, which is great. It's a small room, and I wish, you know, the only thing that Riviera has that is just Riviera, it's just across the road and it's equally cheap. That has better, I think, is actually the fitness center. And then Riviera's fitness center is open 24 hours, so that's a really good thing. But besides that, I actually, and it's so clean, and our room was so clean, and I mean, it's budget, okay? As long as you understand that it's a budget resort. But within budget resorts, this place has not depressed me. It has not made me wish I could just check out immediately and go somewhere else that I know is nice. I had that feeling, as you probably know, recently. Not here, though. And if you are considering between Riviera and Circus Circus, I would recommend Circus Circus. But, you know, before I say that, though, it depends on, obviously, which type of room you are going to go for and choose, and how much you're actually going to pay. And if you actually want a 24-hour gym, then, of course, you must go to Riviera. And so there are other things to take into considerations. Here, you know, Circus Circus, you have a lot of children, a lot of families, but in this particular tower, it has been very, very quiet. I know that there are people all around. I see the do not disturb signs on doors. It's just quiet and pleasant, you know. Hopefully people are having a good time, you know, inside the resort in the various areas. So it is obviously Tuesday night, so it's obviously not as busy as during weekends, of course. But I mean, as I say, I wanted to really stress that I have been pleasantly surprised, because Circus Circus gets a really bad reputation sometimes. And although, as I say, our West Tower room is not the cheapest, it was $35, which is really a good price, actually. But they even had a cheaper room in the Manor, and we talk about that on top-buffet.com. But I thought that this one was nicer, and you know, although I do try and review the cheapest options, the most budget options, because I know a lot of people want to know what's the most budget option on the Strip or in downtown Vegas. I thought that just for a few dollars more, you probably won't mind. We're talking about $10-15 more per night, which is not a lot, especially if there are two of you or three of you, you know. So I think that, all in all, I think that maybe going a little bit above the very, very cheapest option at Circus Circus is well worth it. I love this tower. It's actually very good if you are doing self-parking and you have come here by car. It's really, really handy. It's very easy. It's the closest to check-in, so that's also very nice. So, you know, I really have a lot to say positive about our experience here at Circus Circus, which I've done so that I could review it, so that I could have a recent review of this resort. There are issues, of course, you know, the resort is not, you know, as beautiful as Mirage, is it? I mean, when you walk through it, you will see it. It's more suitable for families, no doubt about it. There's so much to do for children. There's so much to do for teenagers in particular. It's ideal for teenagers. But having said that, you know, I mean, we're not teenagers, and we had a pleasant stay. Now, I am going to go into details on top-buffet.com. We do have a section titled Which Vegas Resort or Which Vegas Hotel. And there we'll do some comparisons between, say, Circus Circus and Riviera, which are just across the road from each other, and other budget resorts. And hopefully that will help you make the best choice for you. I could say that perhaps Circus Circus is better than Riviera, but of course it depends on what really matters to you. Riviera, they have a good gym, 24 hours. That obviously is a big plus if you're into exercising at any time of the day and night. You know, I have a separate video of the pools, so you can check the two pools and see which one is better for you. And also, of course, you know, the rooms. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all the rooms, but I can show you a level entry room or just above level entry room, in this case, Circus Circus case. So hopefully this has helped you out making a good choice for your own needs. There's obviously the issue of location as well. So we talk about that on top-buffet.com and how to go around it if it's an issue for you. Okay, hopefully this has been of use. I thought it was important that I added this at the end of my room review because I wanted to give you all the details. And I wanted to correct myself about the bed comfort. But anyway, more details on top-buffet.com. See you there, guys. Bye-bye.